give you a brief idea what it's like out here. So I'd say, how much would that be? 20 centimeters of snow. It's the first day that it's not actually snowing, alright, heavily. It's still, I can see it's coming down. Maybe it's shown on the video also. But it was interesting cycling. It was hairy, to say the least. My average speed was around 17 kilometers an hour. And I was nearly thrown off my bike a couple of times because of these massive snow banks that have formed that would slow your speed so that you nearly lose your balance. Speed heals all, as I mentioned to Rob, that I think it's inertia, that an object resists any change in its current velocity or trajectory. Once it's on it, then it resists any change to it. So that's why speed gives you good balance. But anyway, this looks like it has continued, the snow, very, very gently. They promised that it would move up north during the day, but it's still overcast. Oh yeah, I went and bought a flashing light on my bike, or you can have it burning red all the time. My front light, it's already there. They're not, you can't see anything with them, but they're so bright that you will be seen, which is the most important thing. So anyway. I tried to, well no, I didn't try. I actually went up to Lahti and I bought an apartment, and then I went to visit my grandmother Hilkka. My father was there also, so I met him also. But yeah, it's a cold day. It was minus 15 when I was coming up here. Now it's only -8 according to the thermometer in the car. But it's a beautiful winter day, as you can see. Everything is frosted over. We're just coming to a town called Orimattila. On the way back home, I need to go and do a bit of work, and then I have a big bunch of papers. There's certain invoices that I need to pay, and then there's all the agreements that how we've actually what we've agreed on. It's a tiny studio apartment, but it's gonna be, if you know Lahti, it's in the center of Lahti. There used to be Mallasjuoma. It was this beer factory, but I think the price of the real estate skyrocketed in the center of Lahti, so they've now sold the factory area, and they're building apartment buildings there. Both Uit and Lemminkäinen are building them, and then there's one building that is protected, so it needs to be renovated to its original state. I think the lady mentioned that there's permit to build 6 apartments into it, these kind of loft apartments, But yeah. It was nice seeing Mummo. She recollects certain things. She talks about the past a lot. I think her memory is not serving her as it used to. But anyway, I'll start focusing on my drive. So when I say what a taste, the taste of good memories, I'm thankful of. So went into UTJ this morning and noticed that our first choice for the name of the new company, it was rejected. So it will not be Runo Oy, it will be Runo Varhaiskasvatus, which is... Oh yeah, hey, now I saw this one. Sorry about that. So that's the light I was talking about earlier. And it's not tremendously bright, but when it's dark out, I'll be seen quite well. Yeah, the company didn't go through, and then Handelsbanken, I called them and said that, hey, I'm planning on doing this, that I paid off my apartment. First of all, we invested 100,000 when we came in, or not 100, 70,000 when we came into this apartment. We invested that much money into this, and then we took a loan for the rest, and it was 350 or so. And we have a loan of about 200,000 still left, but that would leave 150,000 worth of, or money to be as a pankti. And I said that could Handelsbanken assist me in this, and they're just horrible customer service. That they just said, no, we don't do this, and you can ask your accountant to call me to check whether this will work or not. And what I expect when you're handing over money hand over fist, the biggest sum of an individual pretty much can fork over to a bank, then that there would be certain amount of, service oriented or customer oriented service. No, we can't do this, but there would be a method of approaching this way. None of that. Just no, we can't do this. And now I've noticed that they've increased they're charging for our bank cards, which they previously didn't, and then they're charging for the usage of the internet bank, which they previously didn't. So I'm saying, sorry, I'm switching banks, so I'm most likely going to go for, because my company, both this new one, this Runo Varhaiskasvatus, and this Sardion, and there in Danske Bank, so I'll probably put this my personal stuff there too, and then just to stick it to them, I'm gonna take white note also and just pull it out and put it into Danske Bank instead of it being in, what do you call it? Instead of it being in Handelsbanken. It was an absolutely marvelous bank when we started off. They didn't require any deposit when we took our first loan for the apartment, our first apartment in Bacchinarinne. So we put like 30,000 or 40,000 euros or something like that, but a fairly small amount. And then we got the next terrace house bit in Bacchinarinne, which was in absolutely horrible condition. We got that without any specific money put down, and we've never, I don't know what is it called in English, takaaja, you know, when somebody vouches for your loan, and if you default, then they need to take care of it. Mitä? And then, as you can see from my nose, I have been picking it because this doesn't focus. It hunts and hunts and hunts, but it doesn't find focus. Or is it that is the focus spot there? I am not liking you. But now that the dog bite is healing, it's starting to tickle, which is causing me to pick at it. As you see, it has bled today. I'm glad that I'm a man, because I know ladies' face this would be maybe a bit too much. Anyway, Jesus is King, and He'll see us through this. Whatever may come, we'll get through this.
No more broken dreams, I feel like